Hi everyone, it's Mr. Burris. I've got a quick lecture today over the Ring of Fire. Here's a map of the Ring of Fire. Notice in the Pacific, there's a ring of volcanoes. Background. Does the Ring of Fire sound like the title of a fantasy novel? Well, it is the title of a Johnny Cash song, and I have fallen into it a time or 10. It's also the name of a region that circles the Pacific Ocean known for its fiery volcanoes and powerful earthquakes. The Ring of Fire stretches from the tip of South America all the way up to Alaska and from Japan down to the islands east of Australia. Along this belt, the Pacific Plate moves against several other tectonic plates. As a result, thousands of earthquakes occur there every year and dozens of volcanoes erupt. Volcanoes. The Ring of Fire contains more than 75% of the world's volcanoes. A volcano is a mountain that erupts in an explosion of molten rock, gases, and ash. Lava, which is molten rock, flows down the side of the mountain. Volcanoes can cause severe damage. In 1883, Krakatoa in Indonesia spewed ash and rock fragments over an area of 300,000 square miles. It also triggered a tsunami that killed 36,000 people. Yet volcanoes can also benefit or be useful to plant and animal life. For example, mineral-rich lava turns into fertile soil. The eruption of Mount St. Helens. One of the best-known volcanoes in the Ring of Fire is Mount St. Helens in Washington state. Mount St. Helens had been dormant or quiet since 1857. Then, in March 1980, it began spitting out puffs of steam and ash. Officials warned people to leave the area. Scientists brought in equipment to measure the growing bulge inside the mountain. Everyone feared the volcano might erupt at any moment. On May 18th, after a sudden earthquake, Mount St. Helens let loose a massive explosion of rock and lava. Heat from the blast melted snow on the mountain, which mixed with ash to create deadly mud flows called lahars. As the mud quickly poured downhill, it flattened forests, swept away cars, and destroyed buildings. Clouds of ash covered the land, killing crops, clogging waterways, and blanketing towns as far as 200 miles away. When the volcano finally quieted down, 57 people had died. Damage totaled nearly $1 billion. If it were not for the early evacuation of the area, the destruction could have been much worse. What it means. By studying Mount St. Helens, scientists learned a great deal about stratovolcanoes. These are tall, steep, cone-shaped volcanoes that have violent eruptions. Stratovolcanoes often form in areas where tectonic plates collide. Because stratovolcanoes often produce deadly eruptions, scientists try to predict when they might erupt. The lessons learned from Mount St. Helens helped scientists warn people about another stratovolcano, Mount Pinatubo, in the Philippines. That eruption in 1991 was the second largest of the 1900s. It was far from the deadliest, however. Careful observation and timely warning saved thousands of lives. The Ring of Fire will always remain a threat. However, the better we understand volcanoes, the better prepared we'll be when they erupt.